That's right. Good evening, Darren and Sonia. Good evening, everyone from the state capitol tonight. Everyone knew that Governor Malloy's first-year budget battle would be a very, very big struggle. But little did anyone know a year ago that battling the weather would be just as daunting. When Governor Malloy was sworn in 1 year ago, he not only was the first Democrat to hold the office in 20 years, he faced the worst state budget deficit in state history. But that was a problem he knew about going into this. He was only in office a week when the state was struck by a massive snowstorm, the first of several, that caused massive problems throughout the state. He got good grades from residents for his take-charge approach to the emergencies. In his first budget address, his plan to solve the massive red ink problem was to raise taxes by $1 billion, find ways to save $1 billion, and ask state employees to give $1 billion a year for 2 years in concessions.
The alternative to $2 billion figure would require us to completely shred the safety net for our fellow citizens. And it would require us to lay off thousands of state workers.
The Democratic-controlled legislature went along with most of his tax hikes, and they went into effect in October. But when the union started voting on a concession deal, it fell through. Malloy started sending out layoff notices to hundreds of state employees. After the union leadership changed the voting rules, a concession deal worth close to $1.7 billion passed, and the layoffs were reversed. The budget and union battles were bracketed by more severe weather crises. Tropical Storm Irene in late August caused massive damage and massive power outages for more than a week. Malloy quickly got federal aid, and thousands applied for and received federal food stamp money around the state. Then in October, a freak-heavy snowstorm on leaf-heavy trees caused another massive power outage lasting more than a week. Malloy got more federal aid. But in December, Malloy announced that hundreds of state employees may have fraudulently received the federal food aid. An investigation and disciplinary hearings are still underway. Now, many of you have questions about that and taxes and lots of other issues, and Governor Dannel Malloy will be here shortly to answer them live on another edition of Ask the Governor from the state capitol. Live at the state capitol, Mark Davis, News 8.